a year on, about a year since you joined. So
Yep.
just basically your thoughts on that first year.
It's been a mental first year, if I'm honest. I couldn't believe it that 15th of February last year was my first day, although I did come in a few days before that, after the Man United draw. It's been a very quick year for me. It's been a bedding in process a lot of the time as well, getting to know different people around the community, not just the staff, the community, the supporters groups and everything else. I would like to have done more, if I'm honest with you, because I like to get things done and ticked off, but hopefully there's a lot of big things happening in the last year with the training ground. The Lidl project's taken up a lot of my time as well, which I wouldn't have liked. I would rather it would just been out of the way. The training ground obviously as well has been ongoing for a number of months as well, but and then we've obviously with the change of manager too, so there's some big events obviously on the park. I think we're all a lot happier than we were probably this time last year. We obviously had the Man U game to look forward to on the equivalent of Monday this week, but you know, the league position, obviously it was hard coming in here, and obviously the window was shut and we had the players we had, and we obviously managed to stay up, rebuilding again through the close season, with Mickey's players, and then the turnaround we've had in January, which is why I took a holiday last week, because I think I owed it to my wife for being on the phone pretty constantly throughout the month of January, with the 8 in and 8 out, over the kind of that period. So no, I'm enjoying it. Every day's got a different challenge. Excuse me. Every day's got a different challenge. I'm frustrated in a lot of ways because I think there's a lot more we can do. I still hugely see there's huge potential in the club, which I said from day one. You know, I keep talking about this 6,000 magic number about supporters. There's so much potential with the nearest club, Wolves. I still say to this day that, you know, if we can just get it right on the park, hopefully the offer will encourage more to come to the game against Wimbledon. Hopefully we do well and they can come back and they enjoy the experience and they can see how the team has turned around. I think, you know, one of the frustrations I've certainly had is that it seems in the last year I've certainly noticed a difference in the way from coming from Scotland, where you know, the football club was a focal point in the local community. I know, okay, Jamie and his team are doing fantastic work, but I don't think they're getting the credit for how important the football club is in the local community, and it's trying to get that point over to whether it's the council, the supporters, the people of the town, or the people of the county, to ensure that Shrewsbury Town Football Club is a focal point and does some great work in our local community.
If you have to look at your achievements, are there any that stand out?
Let's
put you on the spot.
That's a very hard one, to be honest with you. It's been, I think, if I'm honest, probably the appointment of Paul Hurst. I would say has gone in the first few months as well as it possibly could have gone, I think, considering the turnaround and the same players he had for the first 3 months. And hopefully the chairman and I have made the right decision for the right guy going forward. It's very much a long-term one. We talk constantly about long-term issues for Paul, so we hope that Paul will be here for a long time and can continue the work that he's done in the opening 3 months that he's been here.
Disappointments, I suppose there'll be the frustrations you've already covered.
Yeah, I think the frustrations of obviously Lidl's been frustrating. The training ground things don't move as quickly as I'd like them to do. Whether that's things or, and it's not just a Shropshire thing, it's just, I mean, things don't move generally as quickly as you want them to. I think, you know, if we could all just talk positive, I keep talking about talking positively about the club and that, which would help everything around it as well. There's a lot of good things going on at the club which seem to get forgotten about, and it's and I keep saying to everybody all the time, can we look forward, let's not look back, let's look forward and see how we can build this football club, because as I keep saying, there's so much potential there. If we can continue to grow the club. We had 2,500 supporters who have not been at a game this season, who were at games last season, who attended at least 2 games last season. If we can get half of them to come to our games on a regular basis, because they can see the turnaround and things, then, you know, obviously it's going to help everybody going forward, because it's another 1,250 people coming to games, spending money at the club, buying tickets, hopefully becoming season ticket holders, and then that money can be reinvested back again in the team. So onwards and upwards.
I suppose simple question: do you think the club's in a better place when you walk through the door?
I hope so. I certainly hope so. I think on the part I would like to think that nothing against Mickey, but I think Paul has certainly been a breath of fresh air. And I think that's football for you, unfortunately, that sometimes when a manager's been here for a few years, sometimes it just needs to change to get a fresh face and a fresh look at it. So I certainly, from on the part, we've improved. I think off the park, I've tried to build relationships with the supporters parliament, and we've tried to work together with, some of the improvements we've done around the stadium. Even with talking about Jamie's stuff with the supporters parliament, with the south stand, the memorial gardens come in, the improvements to Super Blues Way, the lighting we're trying to get over the line as well, which is basically there for as well to get done. If things would just move a bit quicker as well, but hopefully, financially we're in a good position. If we could get Lidl over the line, we'd be in an even better financial position as well. But I think the club is still on a very sound footing. I think there's small steps, but hopefully we can continue to try and grow it.
One of the important things that you've always stressed is the connection between the club, the supporters, and the supporters parliament. So I guess that's one of the ongoing things that hopefully will continue to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to every supporters parliament meeting that I've been asked to go to, which is every second one. I want to engage with the supporters. I want to build that relationship, because in my past I've always had a good, successful engagement with the supporters, because I think out there are so many supporters out there who have got talents that can bring to the table, if you like. There's no point in me coming up with 10 ticket offers, ideas. If I can get 20 or 30 people's ideas, then we can try and work the best one out of everybody. So it's 20 or 30 talented people who could potentially be helping us. It has been a frustration. I've openly said this at supporters parliament meetings. A lot of the agenda seems to be about things that we've either discussed before or things that I could have answered in an email, and I want to try and work together with the supporters and try and make things better for everybody, whether that's the match day experience or whether that's other things that see the club in a positive light and the supporters by working together. Things like the memorial garden, things like the south stand and the painting of it, etc. There's loads more we could do together. The idea I had before was actually to things like a food bank collection. The supporters parliament should work in conjunction with the club to have a food bank collection. It's things like that as an example. Loads of things that we could potentially be doing to try and improve things going forward.